thing of saying young girls are too mature for their age, and then switch off, main switch, Escom, load shedding, off. Dumelang kaofela, ka leina ke nna Mankobetsi wa ga Mokoka, and welcome to yet another YouTube video. Today I got my drinks, and I definitely won't forget to drink it like I did the last time. I have my points ready, and yeah, so get comfortable, get yourself a drink, and let's get chatting. So this video is on things that I would tell my younger self, but not necessarily my younger self, like literally just me. Like, you know, I took these points from what I have learned. I took these points from what some of my friends have learned in their experiences and just general conversations, and I put them together. So I think everybody can get a little bit of something. So let's get into the video. Let's get into the video. Okay, so first point is, you are the product of the 5 closest people around you. Now, you need to choose them wisely, right? Because not all, I think it's important to note that not all, not all influence is active and conscious. So what I mean by that is that it's not always like, oh, hey, do you want to drink? No, I don't want to drink. Hey, do you want to go clubbing? No, I don't do clubbing. No. Sometimes it's very, very subconscious. It's their mannerism, it's their behavior, it's their thought process, it's their energy. Are they more of a positive outlook kind of person? I think the English word is optimistic. Are they more optimistic? Are they more pessimistic? Those little things, they rub off on you. So it's very important to constantly audit your circle. Constantly look, who do I talk to the most? Whose energy am I exposed to the most? And those people, all of them summed up, they make you up. They make you who you are. And it's also important that you want to put yourself in an environment that flows, man. Like, you don't want to be always fighting, like always trying to not do. You don't want to be in an environment where you are always, you know, you're tempted to do things that go against your morals, go against your value. I feel like you can have better use for your willpower. So what you want to do, you want to be with people who align with you, people who align with your dreams, people who align with your energy. The 5 closest people around you, audit them regularly. Look, is this someone teaching me something? What value are they adding into my life? If they were to leave, what am I going to lose? And like vice versa, what are you adding into their life? If you were to leave, what are they losing? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's very important to audit constantly. And please, if I'm not saying use people or anything like that, but if someone is not adding to your growth, if someone is not adding to your peace anymore, it's okay to let them go. It really is. Like, I'm a subscriber of this. It really. The second thing I would tell a younger me is, it's okay if you do not want to pursue an academic career. Now, being a doctor, being a lawyer, being an accountant, you name it, it's not the only way to be successful. Depending on how you define success, it's really, there's other ways to be successful and there's other ways to make money. So if you want a career that you feel like, okay, the career that I want is not a traditional career, or it doesn't require me to go to university, definitely feel free to follow your heart. I do think though, you need to be smart about it. Like, don't just be like, and then sit down, do research, whether it's because you want to act or present or do music or whatever the case might be. Sit down, do research on it. Research that, research where do you need to go, who do you need to talk to, how do you make it in that particular thing that you want. And I think the most important point, if you are going for a less traditional career, is this. Ask yourself, is this career viable in South Africa or wherever you may be watching this video from? Is this career something that is viable where I'm living, given our economy, given, hey, look at the context and see, okay, no, it seems like a career that is possible. It seems like a career that I will get a job if I pursue it. Don't choose, I can't even think of one, but do not choose something that in your country, looking at your country's context, it's not sustainable, or it doesn't have high employment rates. Not that our employment rate is high, to be honest, but I think you get the point. So definitely, if you do not want an academic career, honey, do you, but do you in a smart way. Okay, you want to do you in a very smart way, because it's important to not be hung up on the idea of society's you don't want to be hung up on what society defines as intelligence. Often people will, if you get high marks at school, they think you're intelligent. But I think there's various forms of intelligence, and just because you didn't follow the traditional route doesn't mean you're not intelligent. I always say it's funny how, everybody's forced to go to school, everybody's forced to do academics, and then people who get like high marks are the ones who are like, yo, babu hlale. But I always be like, if the world was set up differently and they were like, the main thing is, let's say, art or drawing, like people who got high marks maybe don't know how to draw, then all of a sudden they would be considered dumb. So it's all whatever society decides is intelligent. But just because society decided it doesn't mean you have to apply it to your life. Please you don't have to. Now this point. If it hurts you, it hurts you. Like literally, dear young me, please note, if something hurts you, it hurts you. Don't be letting nobody invalidate your feelings, please. Like, hey, people will gaslight you. Hey, no, Ragibon. People will invalidate your feelings, and I just feel like no matter how small something is or how small someone else makes you feel like something is, if it hurts you, it hurts you. Open your mouth, speak, and say what's like. Even if they're like, ntho fela, yes, ntho eo fela, do you know what I'm saying? And another thing is, we could literally be the same person. Not the same person, sorry. We could literally be put through the same situation. Maybe we both, I don't know, maybe we both failed the test, or we both got hit by a car, or whatever the case might be, or we are both going through a breakup. But that does not mean we will have the same reaction. So yes, if I'm gonna use Max as an example. If 2075, it breaks my heart, then it breaks my heart. You can't tell me otherwise. Nobody has the right to decide what hurts you and what doesn't. Only you literally have the right to decide that. Like, only you can decide what hurts you and what doesn't. If someone said something and it didn't sit, especially the people who say something and then they're like, oh, it was just a joke, can't you take a joke? No, I can't. No, it's not a joke. Even those people who say little remarks here and there and they say it was a joke, if they hurt you, speak up and set a boundary around that particular issue. Don't allow anyone to tell you that thing is too small to cry over, or that thing is too little to be happy about. Some people are even like, oh, so definitely just know you have the power to decide what makes you happy and what makes you upset, and it's valid, and no one can tell you otherwise. Now this is to the younger, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, however way you may be. A boyfriend or a girlfriend is an accessory. Please, it's not the be all and all of life. Like, listen, your feelings are valid, your feelings are real. Whatever you may be feeling for that person, they're valid, they're real. But I feel like always choose yourself. Whatever the case may be, always choose yourself. Never be that person who chooses a boy over your own career or whatever university you want to go to. You choose yourself, okay? Because you do have those outliers, people who've been dating someone since grade 6 and they're married. We love it for them. love. We love seeing, you know, high school sweethearts or whatever the case may be. There's those outliers, and you know, life gets to a point where you are serious about a certain partner, and you guys are so serious that you do consider them in your important decisions. But while you're young, no. But even when you're old, sometimes I'm like, no, but you'll judge your own situation. Please, I'm not responsible for anything. You'll judge your own situation, but I say you're the most important person in your life. A boyfriend or a girlfriend really can be especially when you're young, can be the be all and all of your life. Especially when you're very like impressionable, I would call it. And on that note of dating young, to the young girls out there, it's a red flag. If an older guy is coming your way on the basis that, oh yeah, no, and he keeps saying, no, you're just too mature for your age, too mature for this, you know, your peers, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's a big red flag. It's something that we can go into on a different day, in a different topic altogether, but do not do it. This thing of saying young girls are too mature for their age, and then switch off, main switch, Escom, load shedding, off. That's not what we're about to do. We're not about to do that. This point, I'm not gonna stay too long on it, eh? I'm not gonna stay too long on it. I don't wanna trigger nobody. I don't wanna. But this point, okay, listen to me, young one. dear younger self, listen. It's okay to recognize that your parents are toxic. It really is fine. I just think for the most part you grow up, for most people, I can't speak for everybody, but for most people, just on when I talk to people, just conversation, all of those, most people, is the word idolize. I believe it's idolize. They idolize their parents. They see their parents as these perfect people who, you know, bring them stuff, love them, or whatever the case might be. It is unfortunate that some people get hit by the reality of life quite early on, like at a young age, and I'm sorry if that has happened, but some people, they go through, you know, most part of their childhood seeing their parents as these perfect people. So realizing that toxic traits might come at you also expected, you know what I'm saying? It might come at you. It might be hard to process. It might be hard to digest. But it's okay if you recognize that. It really is. And I feel like it's important to also, as much as you will recognize that they're toxic, it's important to realize that they are human. Before that person is your parent, she is someone's mom, or he is someone's brother, or he is someone's son. He or she is a human being before your parent. Now, this means that they too have a past that they have to maybe heal from. They too have made mistakes that have shaped them into the people that they are. They too have had relationships that could have been toxic, that have, you know, maybe gave them certain characteristics that they now possess. Might not be the most nicest characteristics, the most desirable characteristics, but you know. So I feel like, yes, you can recognize when your parents are being toxic. As to how to deal with that, it's a whole conversation altogether. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is this, and I'm not condoning toxic behavior. I'm just saying your parents are human too. They too, like anyone else, are susceptible to life and all its harsh reality, and that can also shape them into the people that they are. They were also brought up in very, you know, different situations, and maybe being expressive or whatever the case might be, it might not be a common thing for them. They might be ignorant about certain things. That's true, but it's okay to recognize that they're toxic, and it's not an easy thing to process, but also just at the end of the day, remember that they're also humans. They also have a past that has shaped them. They also have mistakes, and they've had relationships that have maybe damaged them and they need to heal from. Okay, so this one is something that you need to be conscious about. This next point, you need to be very intentional about it. Never speak bad about yourself, even if it's a joke. Oh, I'm so dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. My rule is, if I cannot say it to a friend, I will not say it to me, because I literally spend the most time with myself. I literally spend 100% of the time with me. You spend the most time with you more than anyone else. So what you want to do is you want to be kind to yourself. You want to speak to yourself in a nice way. You want to affirm yourself. You want to... There are just so many things that are already against you. Don't add to those things. Do not be one of the things that are against you. Don't do that. Be a friend to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Speak life over yourself. Just never speak bad about yourself. No matter how jokingly, don't do it. Like, I'm not even gonna say too much on this point. Just don't do it. Rather speak the opposite. If you're struggling with speaking better about yourself, whenever you speak better about yourself, speak two things good about yourself until you get wired that, you know what? I am great. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I'm sickening. Like, I don't know, hype yourself up. Like, but don't hype yourself up like ipombe. Like, because let me tell you something, nobody's coming to do it for you. Nobody. No one's gonna come do it for you. You must self-love. You must recognize yourself. You really need to recognize yourself that, I'm that girl. I'm the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't speak bad about yourself. No matter how jokingly, just don't do it. It's not, you might think it's just words are powerful. Words are powerful. So beware of your thoughts about yourself. Beware of what you say about yourself. The last point, and then I'm done. You have the rest of your life to be an adult. So be a kid. Be a kid for as long as it takes to be a kid. I just feel like don't rush life. Yeah. Don't rush life. Don't rush the phases of life. If you are in a certain phase or in a certain stage, enjoy it. Enjoy being a high school, scholar. Enjoy being a university student. Enjoy your first few years of working. Wherever you are in your life, whatever stage that is, guess what? Point is, so you're not gonna go back. You will never get the chance to go back and be a student again. You won't get the chance to be in high school again, to be 23 again, to be 22 again. Don't be rushing yourself. You definitely can define your own life. You can define your own life. You can define how you want certain stages to go. But whatever you do, don't rush them. Do not rush them. I feel like you literally have your entire life to be an adult. So just be a kid. Just, be like Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. Just be a kid. Be a kid who works on your EQ, but be a kid nonetheless. And yeah, those are the things that I would tell a younger me, or just a younger, person in general, things to just keep note of. And yeah, in the comments section below, just let me know what is the one thing that you would tell a younger you, or maybe it doesn't have to be you per se, but just anything maybe you've learned that you wish you knew earlier in life. So yeah, thank you for watching until this point. I'll see you guys in the next video.